All right, today's mission was to finish my Skillshare class, my next one about a YouTube desk setup, the one that you guys see me on a lot if you've watched this channel. And we basically finished it in about 3 days time, 3 to 4 days. It took a fair, actually, I'd say probably 5 days because there were some days in between where I was thinking about like how to approach it. But overall, we kind of just did it quickly because we want to focus on our Just Do It challenge, which is, again, one of them is splits. That's mission number 3. And today we're not going to actually do any splits because we feel sore. Our legs feel pretty sore. I think we need rest. We shouldn't push it too hard, otherwise we could get injured again. So I'm still showing up to the session, which is right now. I think that's the most important thing to do, to show up. And because we're done with the Skillshare class, what we can do right now is brainstorm the path forward, because now that we've unveiled basically 4 out of the 5 missions, we'll do mission 5 or 4, whatever we title it. We'll do the last one later, basically. But right now we have 4 goals we want to finish before the end of the year. Today is, what's a good way to, let's see. Hey Siri, what day is it today?
It's Thursday, December 4th, 2025.
Okay, I didn't expect it to do this because I'm monitoring the camera on here. But anyways, so it's December 4th and we have 26 days before the end of the year, basically. And holidays will be filled with events as well. So we got to get on it. So now that, like I said, we're done with this project, we can finally move on to the next one. Tomorrow, we're gonna start back up working on my final piece for the album. I don't know, these days I feel like I've been talking slower, or at least my ability to talk in front of the camera has decreased somehow, and I'm not sure why, but let's go ahead and try to just not worry too much. I think sometimes I overthink. Okay, so the next step is to get back to working on that's why, because we're not sure what we should be calling it. Our music album, our piano album, Remedy. We want to finish that. I haven't played with her all day, so she's kind of a little hyper. But anyways, for our music album, we left off working on some brainstorming and haven't really done much with it at all. So we have the melody in mind, but we haven't developed it. So there's a lot to do, basically. And tomorrow we're gonna get back on it. I really wanted to just finish this class because I felt like it was something I needed to do last week and I didn't finish it because I was just not productive last week, honestly. And we made a decision to move our kanji video for later, which is a really good decision because I think it would have taken more time than I anticipate. And I do want that video to be good because it was a really, really fun challenge and I felt very happy with the result of it, having actually learned 330 days. So the first mission of voice acting, we'll get back on it tomorrow as well. We'll actually finally create a demo because that's what we need to do in order to actually get jobs on voices.com. In terms of Fiverr, I actually do have a freelance gig that I need to finish as well. Today, I was trying to rest my voice as much as possible because yesterday was, I don't know, it was really gravelly. So today, I know this might be TMI, but today I was like in the restroom and as in the morning, I tried my best not to speak. So what I did instead was just not speak and then I drank throat coat, which is tea basically. And after I drank that throat coat, I went to the restroom and spit out a whole bunch of mucus. And from there, my voice feels a lot better. It feels way more normal. I think what ended up happening was during Thanksgiving, my mom makes some really good ceviche. So after Thanksgiving, I think on Friday and Saturday, I just ate a whole bunch of tortilla chips with that ceviche. So much salt entered my body that my throat had a reaction to it and was really gravelly. Actually, it's noticeable in my Skillshare class a little bit because especially since I used the Shure SM7B, which definitely accentuates the lower end a bit. So yeah, I could hear it, but it's okay. It's not like terrible. It's just not normal. So I wouldn't want to actually do any voice recordings professionally or for voices.com or for Fiverr until it's good. But now it's good, which I'm really, really happy about. I was kind of worried because about a month ago, I had a small throat problem that left my voice really weak for about a week and a half, which was so annoying. So I'm glad that I healed kind of quickly this time in maybe like 3 days. But I still feel, I don't know what this effect is, and I should probably look it up, but whenever I talk, sometimes I can feel pressure on the right side of my ear, and it's very annoying, but it doesn't prevent me from talking, so I'm okay with it for now. still something I should look into if it persists because it does annoy me. Anyways, for this, I just wanted to check in. I just feel like it's a good idea to check in. I will count this as part of the 30 days for the splits, but yesterday's realization for mission 3, which is the splits, was that my external rotation on my left side needs to improve. I think that's actually the bottleneck. I'm not sure if it actually is, but I think it is. So we'll work on it. It can't hurt to make it more flexible, but today my legs feel sore and I suspect it might feel sore tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll do it as we go because I think today I went to the gym and yesterday I didn't, but I realized I should just go to the gym no matter what. Even if I do nothing at the gym, I should still go to the gym. It's still nice to walk, and it's also, I study kanji there still right now. So if I go there, I can at least go on the treadmill and study some kanji. So no matter what, I should go to the gym. More and more I've been realizing that allowing myself to make a decision is the wrong decision. It's sort of like multiple steps of decisions, right? So the 0 step is that you've decided that you want to exercise, go to the gym, get fit. Now you have to make another decision. How often should I go to the gym? And I think it's not the initial decision where people make mistakes, it's the next decision. How often doesn't get answered clearly enough, basically. And I think for me, the simplest answer is to simply choose daily. Because if you do something daily, you just get used to it. You don't have to think about it anymore. It doesn't matter what day it is, you still do it. And I feel the same way about the splits. So splits, learning Japanese, and going to the gym. Going to the gym is basically learning Japanese for me at this point, since like I said, that's where I study kanji. I'm on the N2 kanji now. And I've decided also for kanji, I'm just gonna learn new kanji every single day. It doesn't matter if my review hasn't caught up to the new kanji yet, I'm just gonna learn it. It doesn't matter. I will eventually catch up with my review, and I'm not gonna try to create some perfect system where like it balances out somehow, but it's just too much thinking and too much decision process required to come up with a perfect system without having the knowledge of, how everything works together. Someone who probably dedicated their life to teaching Japanese or learning Japanese probably would know better, but I think for now, and it also depends on your goals. I think for now, I know I want to pass JLPT N2, and studying kanji is a very good way to do that. Having it super solid is a good way to do that. So I should just learn all the kanji. I don't need to think about it too much in terms of how I do it. Especially, I have proof of concept. I have proof of concept for my challenge that what I'm doing right now will work, and I will remember the kanji. I still remember the majority of the N3 kanji that I learned in 30 days. I haven't reviewed it in a while, but anytime I see one from my reading practice that I do, I recognize it. So yeah, maybe I'll go review it just to make sure I don't forget anything. But continuously learning new kanji just seems like the move to make, seems like the right move. So I will do that. You know what I should do? I should foam roll. That's a solid plan. I feel like these days I've been kind of just making decisions on the day of, at the present moment, but that's just because I feel like, obviously I have the missions to do, but it kind of feels fun in some ways to figure it out as you go. It isn't always clear cut, and that's kind of part of the journey and why I like recording it as well, because I think oftentimes when we hear stories, especially like success stories, it seems very clear cut, and yeah, it's simple. You just practice this and do this and you'll get the result. But oftentimes life is far more messier and chaotic compared to those stories that we hear. And I like documenting the chaos. It appeals to me, which is odd, but it does. I know foam rolling is probably not gonna do too much in terms of repairing my soreness. I think mostly that's nutrition and sleep, but it could increase blood flow, which might help it a little bit, like just heal a little bit faster. So we can try to just do it. It won't hurt. So anyways, I think the next time we do this, we're definitely gonna come up with bullet points before we start the video. I think that's something that we have not done the whole time that we recorded for a whole year, where we posted every single day for a year. It's kind of crazy that I went for a whole year without making any bullet points and just talking flat out. And more, because I'm talking about so many different things for this just do it challenge, the final 30 days. I feel like I don't have a good idea of what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, it was everything, all the missions were paused because of the Skillshare class. I just wanted to get that done before continuing on. So now all my actions will be dedicated towards every single mission, and we'll have basically no more distractions other than the holiday events where we spend time with friends and family, which is not a distraction. That's something that I value. But I think after we set up our demo for the voice acting stuff, what we're gonna do is have a quota of how many auditions that we want to do daily. So try to do maybe like 3 auditions, and then I'm not actually sure how it works. I need to look into it. I'm not sure how. Yeah, at the very least we should practice daily. So we'll start doing some practices after we create our demo based on all the work we've done from Fiverr, and then we'll figure out what we need to do next after that. But all I know is that I want to implement some sort of small daily action that happens during 1 hour, basically. And we need to figure out that process. But practice is definitely going to be part of it. So I'd say the voice acting thing is also another daily action type of thing, just like the splits and gym, where it's not something we think about or make decisions with. It's just something that we show up and we do something. In terms of remedy, finishing the final piece is more so a project. So that's what we can do most of tomorrow and the following. Is we have a bigger session where probably for at least 2 to 3 hours we just work on the piece until it's complete. And I think it'll take around 2 weeks. And then the last mission is gonna be when we really finish, really need to work on stuff, because the last mission is tough. But for the Japanese Fluency 1, that too can be a daily practice. I think it can be a shorter one, probably maybe for like 10 minutes a day. We just repeat the lines over and over again, but we just have to sit down and get the lines made and reviewed by my native Japanese friend. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow as well. So it's almost as if this challenge or these 5 missions, I haven't really fully started quite yet. It's more so it almost feels like the before the mission actually starts, or before the challenge starts, like the planning phase. Yeah, I like calling it that. Basically, it's like me planning my next moves now that I have completed the class. Anyways, if you're curious about the classes that I create on Skillshare, there's a link down below. I basically cover things about editing as well as video production and stuff. Right now I'm using my iPhone. It's for my own curiosities. How does it compare to my Sony a7 IV? Obviously, my Sony a7 IV is gonna be a lot better, especially considering low light right now. But I just like doing comparisons. I feel like comparisons are very fun to me. Scratches a curiosity, I would say. But I remember I made a video back then about how certain things are meant to be done daily and certain things are meant to be done as projects, or at least, have I made a video about that? I know I talk about it in my own head all the time. And so I need to make sure that the things that I do daily, I continue to do daily, even though the projects like the Skillshare class. Yeah, this was the video I made. It was a debate in my head. When I have a project and I've gained momentum for finishing the project, should I give up my daily tasks to finish the project? And usually my answer is yes. I give up my daily tasks, my daily routine in order to finish the project, because I feel like it's probably best to follow that momentum and just done, project done. I can get back to the routine and build back up. But oftentimes in my life, because I always make that decision, it ruins my daily setup. And then I have to get back to it, and then I get back to it, and then the next project eventually gets to that point, and then it ruins the daily setup again. And then again and again, it cycles on forever, basically. And I think that definitely makes certain daily things less reliable. And I've always thought that it's probably a good idea to try the other method, where it is the daily setup, and you just have a slot where you work on projects, and you don't follow the momentum. You just fulfill the time allocation and move on. Yeah, we'll see, because I think once we're in Japan, things are gonna get, I don't know, I'll decide once I'm in Japan, but I know for sure that I'll want to explore more, and a lot of time will be spent with people more. So I'm definitely going to have to focus on certain projects and not, I mean, one of the reasons why I want to do all 5 right now is because I know I'm not gonna be able to do them in Japan. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why I'm doing all of this at the same time, because I know it's not good to do it all at the same time. I much rather focus on just one of them. But I also know it will be so hard to just focus on even 2 things once I'm in Japan. I'll probably have to like focus on one thing because no matter what, I'll be learning Japanese because of language school. And no matter what, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with people and making friends and trying to like form connections. So it's like probably only one personal project can be done at a time. And yeah, that's gonna be a little restrictive, but I don't think I mind. I just have to really make hard cut decisions, and yeah. But I don't have to think about it until we get to that point. I just wanna mention that's one of the reasons why we're doing so many things at once, because I know it's not good to do this many things at once, but I have to. Okay, that's it for this one. We showed up. This would be probably around the amount of time that we did splits for, and instead we just foam rolled and talked to the camera. But let's go ahead and yeah, we'll show up daily at the very least, no matter what. We'll always have stuff to talk about. My head just runs 24/7. Okay, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.